Hey, what's up guys? How you guys doing? It's nice to see all you guys once again back, ready to talk chef. So in this video, I'm gonna be going over the Brigade system and how, as a cook entering the field or entering culinary arts, how you can move up those really quickly. I know a lot of people think, okay, I'm gonna go to culinary school, come out and be a chef already, but that's far from the truth. Truth is that once you come out of culinary school, you honestly don't know anything. So basically, fresh out of culinary school, coming into the work environment, whatever job you choose, whatever restaurant you choose, it doesn't matter if it's fine dining, all the way down to the lowest, maybe McDonald's. I personally never worked there, so I wouldn't honestly know. You start off as a commis, basically a shadow. Honestly, that's all you really are, a shadow, a fly on the wall. Each level or each separate category or bracket in the Brigade system has its own commis. So like the pastry compartment has their own commis, so does the line cook, and in the line cook there's different subpars or different brackets they all fall into essentially. So depending on which one they put you, obviously depending on the job, depending on the restaurant, what place it's at, you'll move up. The way you do that is basically you would want to learn everything about anything they tell you. Make sure you have a notebook, make sure you have a pencil, and you write everything down. So once the chef of the venue or the executive chef or whoever's running the place honestly comes around and they see you, they know what you're doing, right? They know that you know what you're doing. Okay, so Escoffier's Brigade system, from lowest to highest, goes commis, line cooks, chef de partie, sous chef, chef de cuisine, and then executive chef. And it's honestly not that hard to move up from them, but it's not easy either. Okay, so you might be wondering, all right, why is all this very important to know, or why should I even care about the Brigade system? It's to know the hierarchy in the kitchen. A lot of people go into the kitchen not knowing the positions of it is, thinking it's like another job, thinking like it's another place that they've worked at before, but honestly, it's a lot different. I've known a lot of people who wanted to be cooks, who wanted to become chefs, but didn't actually know what it was like to work in a kitchen until they actually got there. They thought it was gonna be a piece of cake. Some of these people, honestly, I've seen change career paths after like a week there. Some don't even last 2 days. Some only come for 1 day, and then others, like 3 months later, they realize that it's not for them, because it's not for them. The kitchen wasn't made for everybody. Sure, everybody can be a cook, and this is kind of a pet peeve of mine, but when people are out there, home cooks, and they're like, oh, look at me, I'm a chef. Or look at me, I can do this. You know, like, you're not. It's hard to burst your bubble, but you're not a chef. You're not even close to being a chef. And in the same aspect, when you go into a kitchen and you self-proclaim yourself a chef when you don't know nothing, it's the same concept. It's putting disrespect on the name. It's putting it down from what it actually is. Now, considering the job is actually dirty and that job is something amazing, you know, something that everybody in the culinary field should strive for. Knowing about what you're talking about, knowing about the food that you're making, just knowing it. You know, it's easy to call a cook a chef, but when the time comes and you ask them about something and they don't know it, then I'm sorry, you're not a chef. Anyways, back to the Brigade system. So you start off as a commis, you start off as a noob, you start off as a fly on the wall, getting to know everything, you're getting to know what everything is. From there you go to a prep cook for any of them. I believe, you know, you gotta learn how to prep anything you're making before you make it, because you're not gonna just be put on the line and be like, all right, make me this sauce. I mean, you don't even know how to make the sauce. Why should I trust you to make a sauce that you don't know how to make? After you're done being a commis, prep cook, whatever, you go to be a line cook. Depending on the restaurant, depending if it's fine dining, casual, fast food, depending on each one of those, they have different systems set up, different lines set up. But we're gonna go into the casual side, the kind of casual fine dining, casual fine, you know, whatever in between. So basically you go into being a line cook, and depending on the restaurant, they start you off either on their hardest station or their easiest station. The reason for them doing this is to honestly set you up for the rest of the progression of the kitchen, right? Each kitchen has their own thing. They bring in people. The turnaround in a kitchen is is a lot. Honestly, it's a lot. I've seen people come, people go. Some people hired one day, gone the next. You know, it's the turnover is crazy in a kitchen. So that's why they do that. So this way they could see whether you're worth teaching or not, whether it's worth investing that time in you. I know you're gonna be like, oh, it's a little messed up that they don't want to teach me all this, but it's something as a cook you don't take lightly, like I've been saying. So they start you off in that station, and the way you move up from there is honestly just learning it. Just learn it and keep up to speed. From that station, then they move you on to a slightly easier or slightly harder one. Same concept there. Always remember, try to keep it clean, try to keep that attention to detail, and I cannot stress that one enough. If a chef comes up to you and tells you, yo, I need this plated like this, the only thing you say is, yeah, chef, and then you move forward. Honestly, that's how it is. And from there, you just keep on moving forward until you get to a point where you know everything in the kitchen, right? And if you're not progressing, you got to think about it. Like, let's say you stay in prep. You're a prep cook for 2 years. If you haven't been promoted in 2 years, then there's something wrong. You're either not performing up to standards, you're either always late, you're not making it right, you're not making it fast enough, and you're not reliable. Honestly, you're not reliable at all. So why should we move you up? Why should the chef move you up? A little backstory on me real quick. I've been there. I know it, right? I've been both sides. I've started from prep, made it all the way to the top, almost all the way to the top. Never been a head chef of a place, technically. But that's a story for another time. Cool. So then you're moving up and up and up and up, and then you get to where you want to get to. So for everyone out there who was wondering about how the kitchen life was or is, or how it was set up, or for people who actually know, you know, I hope you took something away from this. I hope you learned something. And if you guys have any questions at all, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I'll read all of them and get back to you. Maybe if you want to see something in a video later, let me know, and I'll try to see if I can work around that. But go ahead and give me a thumbs up, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one when we talk chef again.